Welcome to Dunedin Stories. Duncan, great to have you here today.
Thanks for having me, I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. It wasn't too hard an ask actually. You did sort of say yes pretty much straight away. So you were either really eager or I got you at a weak point.
Weak point for sure. Yeah, I was pretty quick, and then it was a quick turnaround too. So I think better to just say yes and get on with it and not think about it too much.
Rip the band-aid off.
Exactly.
Well, do you want to introduce yourself to our Dunedin Stories community and let them know the organisation that you're representing perhaps today?
Sure. Duncan Croudis. I'm an investment advisor at Forsyth Barr.
Awesome. Pretty highly recognisable brand, that old Forsyth Barr.
Yeah, really proud to work for them, and based in Dunedin and head office here. So I'm super grateful.
So. Finance advisor. So you advise people where they should invest their money. And today we're not going to be seeking any specific tips and tricks, I suppose, on where we should be investing our money, because that would be wrong.
Yeah.
But I don't know, tell us how you became a finance advisor. Were you sitting there at 5 years old and thought, I love money and I want to teach other people how to take care of it? Or more to the story?
No, a little bit, but probably, I think Mum was an agri banker at Westpac growing up,
right.
And I think at about 10 or 11 she took my brother and I, Gregor, into Forsyth Barr to open an account and buy some shares.
Oh wow.
Yeah, quite a cool story actually. And my advisor, Gregor and myself, our joint account it was back then, our advisor was Lynn Howe, who just retired at the end of last year. So brought our first, I think they were MediaWorks shares actually, at 10 or 11, and pretty hooked ever since. I've always been interested in finance and investing. And
okay, so when you were interviewed for your job and you told that story, there was no way they were going to say, sorry, we were going to give this role to somebody else.
Well, I don't know about that.
Amazing.
Yeah, I actually tried when I first got back from America to get a job and got a no deal and go and get some experience, and then sort of came back 5 years later and was lucky enough to.
Yeah, so there is a bit more to it.
Yeah, there is definitely. Yeah.
So Dunedin born and bred, obviously.
Well, no, I'll better pause you there. I was actually born in Whangarei, Taniwha. But Dad was a policeman, so I came down here when 18 months old. So I would say Dunedin born and bred, but I need to acknowledge I was born in Whangarei.
Small amount of difference in that.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then journey through schools in Dunedin through to Otago University.
Yeah, did Maryhill Primary, Balmacewen Intermediate. With my wife teaches Otago boys, and then first year at Otago Uni doing the core papers, and then I was lucky enough to get a golf scholarship, so I did my finance undergrad, spent 4 years in the States, which was an awesome experience, and very lucky to be paid for on a scholarship and got to play golf and do finance. Well, I mean, America's awesome for finances. So
sounds like the dream.
Yeah, it was fun. Awesome.
I don't know about the use of the word lucky though. I think being good at golf and securing a scholarship probably takes a bit of talent.
Yeah, definitely, and hard work, but you still need to play well in the right events that open up opportunities. There is a little bit of when you play well. So just sort of happened to have a good run for 6 months or so, and then you get a whole lot of colleges approaching you to go over there and play for them. So.
Fabulous. Yeah, quite the dream. And you came back though?
Yeah, tried to play golf for a couple of years after that, professionally, but definitely, I sort of knew I wasn't good enough, but happy to give it a crack and did a bit of travel. And then had a couple of finance manager jobs for some cool companies actually. Quite an impressive Dunedin business that goes under the radar, Allied Security.
Oh, of course.
And then worked for a company called HQ, sort of based out of Queenstown, in the tech space, doing a few acquisitions, and did my MBA at the same time, and then Forsyth Barr after that, and I'm coming up just over 4 years there now.
Wow. Okay, what a journey, and quite an inspiration to people as well.
Well, I guess I hope I'm pretty passionate about sort of giving back in that financial literacy space. Doing a little bit of that, which that's quite rewarding.
Yeah, you said earlier that you were at university yesterday doing a bit of a guest spot.
Yeah.
All the eager faces sitting in the auditorium.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy that?
Loved it. A little nervous doing that. It's like it's out of my comfort zone for sure. But yeah, Think 204 sort of personal finance paper at summer school, and they've elected to do it, so it means they're interested and want to learn, and sort of a broad crew. And yeah, they ask some good questions and interested to learn. I think maybe we don't talk about money enough in New Zealand, so trying to see how I can help there and get more people talking about it.
Probably similar to the old death conversation. It's one of those awkward ones, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, and I suppose for your role it's sort of demystifying all of that stuff around it. I suspect you would be an advocate of everybody having a financial advisor and understanding that.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, there's probably not enough financial advisors and not enough resource for everyone to see one, but just basic things like, I think growing up I wasn't really aware that mum and dad even had a mortgage, or, why couldn't I do everything I wanted to do, So just like that basic financial literacy space, I think is important, that, then as you get older you can make better decisions and get better outcomes, hopefully.
Or not.
True. Yeah.
So what is the day in a life, a typical day for a financial advisor? What does it look like for you?
Start the day with an 18. I usually actually check the US market at like 5:30 in the morning every morning. Yeah, you just care a lot, so I check that.
And at the moment it's probably a little volatile, would we say?
Yeah, there's a lot going on geopolitically with Trump and tariffs and
wars and
AI. There is always something to worry about though. And then a couple of Zooms in the morning. We have a morning call at 8:30 with our research team, so we're pretty lucky. We've got an amazing research team of 30 or 40 that report back to us every morning at 8:30, and all the advisors, we sit in there and generally some caffeine after that to debrief, and then into the day. And probably a third our day would be portfolio management, servicing existing clients. That might be an annual review or a catch up. And then there's the cool part about what we do is Forsyth Barr is still in growth mode, so there's a little bit of a new business focus too, which I enjoy.
Do you think the resistance, because there is a resistance to sort of looking at going to an investment advisor, I've thought about this a bit, and I think it's because there's this perception that you need to be super wealthy. That's the only reason why you would do it, because you have so much money that you'd be silly to squander it. But they're actually, what is the ideal amount of money for somebody to have to come to you and say, hey, what should I do to secure my future, or whatever it might be?
We've got a service for every bracket basically. So I've got clients, young clients with as little as $500 or $1,000, and then older clients with a lot more. We've got a service for everyone, which is cool, and then sort of trying to enable financial freedom, and that might be a 20 or 30 year journey with a younger client, or it might be that you get a lump sum and you're looking to retire. So the cool part, everything's personalised, so you're not just throwing them in a fund. It's you get to actually talk to them and look them in the eye and figure out what they want to achieve and timeframes, and then give some advice based on that. So that part of it's quite, I enjoy that aspect of it.
It's a high trust model too, isn't it?
Definitely, it's quite scary and humbling how many people trust me with their money. Like, it's a huge privilege. Money's pretty emotive, so it can be tough. It's not all great. I think the first couple of years I started, your close circle, friends and family sign up on day one because they already trust you, and markets were pretty average. So that was so tough. You know, you've worked pretty hard to save your money, and to see it, drop or move around can be pretty stressful. Super good lessons, and had some good mentors, and I'd say it'll serve me well in the future, because you just have to communicate, and trying to hide and put your head in the sand when markets are average is not the way to go about it. They want to hear from you. So those first 2 years were pretty brutal, but it's certainly bounced back super quick the last 2 years. So good lessons, but I was sort of questioning what I was up to at the start a little bit. It wasn't much fun. What did COVID look like and for you with that role and responsibility? Would have been quite a roller coaster. Yeah, it was busy, and it was a quick sort of, in terms of markets, it was a quick sort of V-shaped recovery where it was a very fast drop and very quick rebound. And then we obviously saw a lot of fiscal stimulus and but pent up demand because people couldn't spend it, and the sort of inflation and interest rates. So there was a lot going on, but just lots of reaching out to clients. And Forsyth Barr were really great. We all, obviously there were lockdowns, had to work from home, but markets were open, so it was sort of business as usual, and we're spending lots in that tech space, making sure that we can do what we do from anywhere. So
it really fast forwarded that, didn't it?
Yeah.
Dashboards. Everybody wanted a dashboard.
Accelerated things. I'm sure you guys would have been the same.
We were, absolutely.
Nice.
Do you think, so Dunedin, obviously, we're on Dunedin Stories.
Yeah.
Dunedin has any unique offering with regard to the financial markets and your role? Is there something special there about Dunedin with that?
I think it's special that Forsyth Barr started here.
Yeah,
I think
so
this
too.
roots back to Eon Edgar. I mean, you can see the name Edgar sort of everywhere you go, whether it's the Edgar Centre or the Edgar Learning Centre at John Malasham College. Like he's sort of given back a lot.
Legend status.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So that side of working with Forsyth Barr is really cool. There's so much history, and that's cool. And there is a good group of different finance community. Like we all, when there's a new bond issue, all the different firms, we all get together and listen to this. We all get on pretty well, and I wouldn't say
co-opetition. We call it.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's competition. There's everyone's, clients are different, and to be fair, often clients will have various accounts anyway. So we all get on pretty well and collaborate, which is cool. As long as we're all helping to improve financial literacy and enabling financial freedom. Yeah, at the other end, that's a good thing.
You don't wake up in the morning and think, right, how can I lose everybody's money?
No, absolutely
not. You don't
not.
want to be doing that.
No.
It might give you a bit of a bad reputation.
Yeah.
You touched on AI before, and primarily from a markets perspective, but what other sort of innovations, perhaps it is AI, around your role in your industry? What's going on there?
Lots. So we're playing around, and we're still in the exploration phase as everyone is, but we've got the corporate version of ChatGPT where we can actually put client information and data, and that some of the insights and prompts, and I think everyone's still scratching the surface.
Great to hear that they're not resisting. There is still a lot of organisations that are resisting.
Yeah, definitely not. We've got a lot of apps now, and a lot of the portfolio management is getting quicker and easier and more accurate, which is a good thing. That we want to focus on making decisions and dealing with clients, and putting on orders and doing admin is probably not the best use of our time. So the firm's been great with rolling out. There's a lot happening in the background with tech, and we've got some new initiatives with different. There's an initiative called Tempo, which is like a self-service app, and the difference between that and the likes of Sharesies is Tempo's got some advice attached. So making sure people are, making good decisions, and so there's heaps happening. Spending a lot, sort of counter cyclical growth. When times are tough, we've been around for long enough to make sure that we can invest now, and then when interest rates come back, and hopefully economy gets cranking and we see some growth, we'll be in a good position.
There's not a future where AI is going to replace this, though, is there?
I don't think so. No.
That relationship and the trust.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to hold AI to account if the decision that they made or the action they took isn't what was approved or anything like that. It's like, a human.
Oh, looking someone in the eye, having a coffee, sitting opposite them. Yeah. I don't think that'll ever be replaced. Possibly mundane, repetitive tasks. I think there's the potential, but
please.
I know. Yeah, but if you're dealing with humans and there's those soft skills and other elements like trust you've mentioned, I can't see that going anywhere personally.
Dunedin. And you've got the pick of all of the places around you where you're particularly located.
Yes.
We like to ask where your favourite lunch spot is when you're maybe hankering for something to eat.
Lunch spot.
Get some
I'll start with coffee.
Okay.
Would be Corner Store Cafe.
Yes.
Mark and Ollie on Stewart.
We love
on
the
Lower
Corner
Stewart
Store.
Street. So that would be the morning spot. Lunch. I have lunch with my dad every Thursday, and the one that where every second week you shout, and when you shout you get to choose. But the common one that comes up the most would be Pasha.
Oh, nice.
And then I think if we're doing dinner, it'd have to be one of Andre's spots, and I think he's done a lot down there to.
Shout out for the salmon wings at Prohibition Steakhouse, just
amazing
just for me, but yeah.
Totally. I mean, Bolt, Grazing Globe, Prohibition. You've got plenty of good.
You do.
Plenty of good options. So that'll be the three.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Thank you to Andre for investing in Dunedin.
Yeah, he's doing a good job.
So, golfer. So, do you have a favourite golf course? Are you allowed to have one of those?
Yeah, Belmac.
Right.
Yeah, it's on our doorstep. So I love Belmac. I've been a member there since I was young, and pretty involved in there on the course committee, and I love it up there. It's a good crew.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
And if it's not golf, what's another place that you'll take your visitors, your friends that have come back to have a look at Dunedin, perhaps?
We've been going out early Friday mornings before work with a few mates and having a swim at St Clair Beach and a coffee early, and there's nothing better. Wow. The sun's coming up, it's beautiful out there.
Wetsuits?
No. Cold exposure is meant to be good for you. Yeah.
Oh, you're one of those ice bath people.
Well, I haven't gone that far, but swim early and then a coffee somewhere like Long Dog or Starfish. Pretty cool. So probably try and get out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is that part of your mental health, sort of taking care of yourself as well? You're in a lot of stress. You've got a particularly, a challenging role, if you like, and there is always something going on all around the world at every moment in the day. How do you take care of yourself?
Definitely prioritise health. I always health is wealth, right? So exercise every morning generally, and maybe go for a walk in the evening, but try and get the body moving every day, and golf's good for that too. Green space, fresh air, and good conversations. I think that's
maintain that legend status that I hear you've got.
I don't know about that.
Being the golfer of Dunedin.
I do love my golf. Yeah. Try and sneak out as much as possible. Yeah, I'll try and combine that a little bit with work, which is good fun.
I'm sure it's great for relationship building.
It is. You don't often get 4 hours with someone to have a chat, so you can. It is. Yeah, there is a wee crossover there, which works quite well.
I did try it because I was told, some of the business in Dunedin is done on the golf course. You might want to look at that, Bex.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's just not for me.
She loves golf. Tuesday nights up at Belmac. Play 3 holes and have a glass of wine.
Yeah, she doesn't love golf.
Okay. I'll keep trying.
Yeah, maybe. Segue into the legend status, and one of the questions that some of our participants find a bit challenging is the old, if you could have a Ocho hot chocolate or a Spates or whatever it might be with a Dunedin legend, who would that be and why?
It would be Bill Troon. He was a teacher at Otago Boys when I was there, and he was in charge of the golf, and he gave up, so many weekends to take us around to various tournaments. He was a huge mentor, and probably a reason. Yeah, golf. I guess golf's given me a lot of opportunities, a lot of friendships, a lot of travel, and Bill Troon's a champion bloke. So I'd go out. He's down in Mosgiel now, retired yet. So go out and have a beer with him. Definitely.
That's fabulous.
Yeah.
Fond memories of school, obviously, and thank you, Bill, for jollying along the golf.
Yeah, he's a champion.
That's great. Is there any stories about growing up, perhaps, that you would like to share that is a fond Dunedin memory that you, apart from maybe golf? Or it could include golf.
It could include golf. Fond Dunedin memories. I don't know. I was good schooling, good friends. Still have good friend group from Otago Boys. I wouldn't say one specific memory, just good people, and the cool part is that some of those old friends are making noises about coming back from overseas. So that's awesome. Be nice to get a few of the fellas back down to Dunedin. So working hard on that. Well,
I wonder if they read the paper today, because Dunedin, 83% of the respondents to a survey that's done every 2 years said they either really love, or absolutely love their life in Dunedin. Top city in the survey of New Zealand, rated as the best place to live.
Yeah, I read that too.
I'm exaggerating all of the different words. I'm in marketing, I'm allowed to do that.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I feel very proud of our city, and I love hearing stories of people wanting to come back, because you do it is a great thing to leave and realise how lucky you are when you come back, eh?
Yeah, I think that was definitely the case when I went overseas. You probably don't realise how good it is, and then you come back and like the happiness and standard of living and balance, everything's 5 or 10 minutes away. You can achieve a lot in a day. Good schools and good people, and there's some awesome businesses here that are growing and sneak under the radar that we probably need to celebrate more, I think.
Yeah. Don't get sucked into this tall poppy stuff.
No, absolutely not.
What does 2025 look like for you, Duncan? What's your plans, do you think?
I'm not a huge planner or goal setter. I'm more of a process guy.
He says, and he's a financial advisor.
Well, yeah. No, I think...
I love that.
More of the
Maybe
same.
it's your day job that you have to be like that, and then everything else is sort of a bit more easy.
Yeah, potentially. If I can look after myself and do a good job by my clients and just enjoy every day, I think the outcomes look after themselves a little bit. I don't know.
It's a very healthy mindset.
I know. It's a bit weird. I'm not a huge goal setter. I never really have been. But I love what I do. Like, super grateful, and I think if you're happy and love what you do, and things will, kind of find a way of feeding themselves out, hopefully.
Place.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Well, if somebody does have an interest, and then maybe they've got $500 or $500,000, and they'd like to talk with you about what they can do with that, how do they find you?
Just a conversation. I'm pretty accessible on most platforms, I think, in a number, and emails on the Forsyth Barr website, or however you want to get it.
He answers pretty quickly on LinkedIn too, folks.
I got attacked on LinkedIn to come on here, so I think I'm pretty easy to find somewhere, so just reach out and have a conversation.
Fabulous. Thanks for joining us.
Awesome. Thanks so much for having me.
And
Appreciate it.
Keep enjoying that golf.
Will do.
Thanks, Duncan.
Thank you. Cheers.